Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Thank you for watching the Go Mode Podcast Twitch channel. We've got more Challenge Cup action incoming. This time it's the Daddy Gamers, also known as TDG because, yeah, obvious reasons, versus Oro, Game 3. My name is apparently James, and with me is Jesse.
Hey.
So this is a game 3, but it's just still the bog standard game 1 settings, and we are underway. Apparently, it's because game 1 had the mutation of MC Shuffle, and Oro, who lost game 2, decided he didn't like that, so he just switched it back. So of course, since Oro is racing, he isn't going to be able to bother me about the clearing throat thing, so I'm just going to take full advantage of that. No, not really. I'm going to try to curtail that. He is going to farm bombs, whereas TDG is going to go into escape.
Yeah, I like the early uncle play. I think getting it out of the way early is nice. Just because, if it's nothing, it's just a small commitment. If it's something, you have a pretty big advantage because no one else really checks it very early. And today, just a couple of heart pieces.
All right, so TDG probably going to save and quit Sanctuary start here. Yep. And Oro is gonna skip all of that noise. That's a glove upgrade on the race game.
Glove on
Hello.
race. There's glove on racing today that I had watched. No,
Yeah.
it was Walter's race. Walter the fifth or fourth. Sorry, Walter. I think he had glove on race game as well.
I don't know if that caught on the mic, but I gave you a golf clap for that impressive display of translating Roman numerals.
I know. Well, because to me, he's just Walter. Like, I never call him by his actual gamer name.
Yep.
So I have to think about it. Oh, wow. Hoarder throwing out fairies today.
That's an impressive forward item. Map check: green pendant on Hera, red pendant on Eastern, and it looked like a crystal on Desert.
Yeah, that's interesting. 2 pendants in the light world. That always makes me nervous. Looks like we just have some bombs.
And Big 20 on that lumberjack ledge. TDG more than aware of our history with that particular location on this particular channel with this particular restream crew. That was a very masculine voice you had there for a second, Jinxie.
Thank you. I've been working. Nothing today in the Lost Woods. That's unfortunate.
Meanwhile, Oro is getting a big 20 out of Grandma's secret stash.
Yeah, so far, only exciting thing we have is that glove over on the race.
I'm sure that'll fix itself very quickly, because we are going to start seeing the locations that really make a Kakariko a Stack Rico here from Oro. and to an extent
Yeah, he
TDG.
needs to remember he didn't grab that bottle vendor. Sometimes coming from the south can be rather chaotic,
Yeah.
and you can forget that bottle vendor.
Well, to be
But
fair,
just the shield so
ooh,
far.
King
Oh,
of Samaria. Yep. To be fair, he also didn't have 100 rupees yet, so
oh yeah. But it's just really easy to forget.
true. Well, he's not going to, and it's a good thing he doesn't, because that
Wow.
is the fire rod, which we are definitely going to need, because with only one pendant left to find, we are going to need to go to either Skull Woods or Turtle Rock today. So both of those do need that fire rod. Bloomerang. And not a whole lot else. Alright.
I mean, we can't complain with that fire rod
No.
being there. And Samaria over in the well. Those are two items that are really nice to find. Although this could be an early Turtle Rock.
Yes. And Slowpoke, our tracker, is pointing out bailout bombs in both the bombable wall locations in Kakariko. Looks like Oro trying to rack up some kills to do some tree pole checks.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of seeing the same things here for a second while our runners resync probably down on the South Shore.
More than likely. So now that our restreamer has edited the names, my name is Westside Vandal. I am alongside Jinxie Girl, and we are being restreamed by Amarith Alterna. Well, Amarith, but and tracked by Slowpoke. Nice little nod to one of the dumbest decisions I've made on stream.
Or the best.
Hey, I didn't say anything about its quality. I just said it was stupid. Uh,
Sanctuary just holding 10 sticks for us, or going to give us a look at the back of Hyrule Castle.
yep, because he does have that glove, so he's able to get in with those bombs.
Does have that fire rod. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a dark cross check here.
Needs to find some magic for that. Well,
And there we go.
add one to the I say something and then the game immediately provides count. I feel like that happens pretty consistently to me at least once a broadcast at this point. Looks like he is not going to do it though for the moment. He is going to go do those South Shore checks.
Not a bad play. Can kind of route in the whole front of Eastern or Escape, and
Yep.
get it all done at once. Whereas you have to save and quit just to go to dark. Damn, with just a piece of heart.
All right. TDG about to receive the half magic from Back to Escape there.
That is so nice to have early.
Yes, it is. Well, it's nice to have in general, but early on,
Yeah.
even more so. Damn, just not really paying out today. Just 20 rupees soaked into the drain pool.
Interestingly enough, that is already 3 items in our escape there, just in the back. So I'm wondering if we're actually going to see the front of Hyrule Castle.
Was it three? Was it actually 3 in the back, or is that 2 in the back plus the arrows we saw in Sanctuary? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, then it's 4, because the arrows in Sanctuary and 3 in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're probably not going to see that for a while. And given my luck, that it probably means Go Mode's going to be in Dark Cross, because these runners won't be back for it for a while.
We do tend to curse our runners.
and
Oh,
hook
there's
shot.
Hookshot and Mini Moldorm.
And a sword. Well, at least it won't be the hook shot. Oh man, that I my brain was melting pre-race, even just remembering that cursed race from the other night. But
Yeah, that hook shot early, you really want to see it. Just makes routing and mobility so much.
yep, case in point right there. TDG finishes gets his map check in,
Beat me to it.
and Oro demonstrating another useful ability of that hook shot, being able to tell the crabs to just go away.
Well, I'm wondering if Oro's gonna go ahead and farm some money and do a Zora check. That is in
Yep.
logic with that.
Yep, and well, there's 20 more rupees, so now he only has to do that room four times. Yep, looks like he's gonna do it.
This is interesting.
Yeah, actually, now.
Without that moon pearl, we're not gonna get a water walk, but hey, follow logic. Logic says go to Zora, and money is not accounted for when it comes to logically checking places that require cash.
Well, I mean, Saha's closet and to an extent the first couple items of Eastern are also in logic at this point, and
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that might have been a slightly better use of time, but I can also see the wisdom in doing this play. TDG not going to be too far behind here, at least in regards to item checks. It looks like we're going to get a high five from our runners here. That was interesting from Oro. He threw a bomb
Yeah.
and then scree transitioned. Maybe just mistimed that. But yeah, I definitely would have considered doing Eastern and Saha's Closet first. That's the shovel on Lake Hylia Island.
Interesting. We'll be able to check that hobo, just unfortunately not going to be able to get the ledge item or the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Hobo holding on to 10 arrows. And Oro hits the reverse water walk there. Nicely done.
Oh, TDG is going to go ahead into escape.
Interesting. There are still 2 items lurking somewhere in the 4 checks we have left in escape. So it could theoretically be something important. And if it is, unless all of the rest of what Oro is going to check does not pan out, Oro may not be back to escape for a while. Like I said, if something comes out of these checks. Oh, that's the lamp on the ledge. Hope you guys like dark rooms.
That is interesting. So we're probably going to get our flippers fairly early, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Like, say, right now, because vanilla flippers could definitely be a thing.
Could be a thing.
Chat pointing out the very early fire rod does kind of make you side-eye Dark Cross. King of Scams with the 10 arrows.
Zora the jerk. There's our flippers.
Nope, the flippers back of escape. Oh boy. So if Eastern and Saha's Closet does not pan out for Oro here, he might be going back to grab those flippers. If not, then it might be a bit before he goes to get those flippers. Because The dark rooms we have access to right now are either nullified by the fire rod or are trivial for most runners at this point in in the challenge cup, I would say.
Dark Cross is just going to be our small key today.
Hmm. Powder.
Here's interesting.
Indeed. Although we still need to find either the hammer or the mirror for that to be of too much import. Naga pointing out that there is technically a splash deletion possible with the items we had, but meh. Well, I say meh, but that would have been pretty nice to have that lamp.
Yeah, just so you didn't have to go back to Zora, in and of itself.
So with that, that's I just realized that lamp is going to put Death Mountain in logic.
Yeah. Well, a good bit of it.
A fairly decent chunk of Death Mountain is going to be in logic. So this is going to be a slight early lead for TDG here. Because, of course, he's going to go grab that lamp the second he spots it here. With those flippers, he's also going to be able to check Waterfall here. So if anything's in Waterfall, the gap's going to open even wider.
Like
Bombos?
Bombos.
I feel like that's been a fairly common location for it lately, too, is seeing Bombos on Waterfall Ferry. But that might just be confirmation bias.
Oh, interesting. TDG doesn't have the money for Zora. I mean, it's not going to make a difference because he's just holding 10 sticks, but
Mm,
um, it's a pretty big gamble to kind of isolate that.
yeah. And that, oh, I think he just realized, oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, okay, for a second I was like, he doesn't realize because it looked like he was swimming towards Zora. But he started reversing direction or changing course there.
Gonna grab that lamp though, and I don't blame him. I mean, why do dark rooms if you don't have to?
Correct. So that might also be a point for Oro to catch back up later because TDG is, as you mentioned, about 150 rupees short of being able to pay off the King of Scams, which we already know is living up to his name today. TDG does not have that information though, so if something else stonewalls our runners, TDG might go back to that and give back a little bit of the time he's gaining with Oro. Breaking logic here in Eastern. Oh,
Oh,
that's the hammer. That's that's
oh,
probably
mercy.
bad news for Oro here
Well, this is
on
gonna send him up
balance.
Death Mountain, which he's gonna be able to clear a lot more than TDG is gonna be able to, unless Old Man gives us the mirror, we find it in Paradox, or
Yeah. Although it looks like
I don't
Oro
know.
is making the play to grab the two items out of escape. So
Old Man with just $50. Oh, okay. So Oro didn't check Uncle, so this is getting him closer to Hyrule Castle. He might go ahead and grab those two items.
yeah, I would assume he's going to do that. If he's here already, he might as well. Chat pointing out, yes, that is going to be Dark World access as soon as we find that Moon Pearl.
Just a heart piece on Spectacle Rock. But yeah, cool Papa Bell. Very right, knowing that Oro has figured out that his flippers have to be relatively close to here. I mean, I think the only other place he has is Agina's cave
Hmm.
right now, as to
Yeah,
where those flippers could be.
and especially, like I said, considering you're right here anyway, you might as well check this. There's no reason to isolate it at this point. So we are going to see some of these Death Mountain checks from TDG. Uh, Oro is going to be able to go all the way up to Tower of Hera, even though that is only our green pendant for today.
Oh, my
Master
second
Sword
sword.
in the first part of Paradox. Good use of sword beams there from TDG. Flute!
Flute. Wow.
Bacon sword. And
And
mirror! Oh
mirror.
my god!
What did I say? Mirror and paradox.
Wow! Whoo, lads. Okay then. Nicely executed bomb junk. Bomb junk. Bomb.
Words are hard. It's okay.
Bomb jump.
Wow, this is so very interesting. We went from getting really nothing to just all the high quality items. We're already at Tempered Sword here at 19 minutes in. You can't ask for that. Oh, it looks like. Oh, because he doesn't have the hammer, he's going to have to go back around and mirror at Spectacle Rock to get to Tower of Hera.
Yep. TDG with the Spiral Cave check here. Oro, meanwhile, fishing those 3 bombs out of Zelda's cell and realizing, yep, I'm done here. Gonna take those flippers, and I would assume immediately go grab that lamp. Then again, he might just decide to do Death Mountain because, again, Old Man should be a pretty free dark room for most runners at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see him putting off, especially having that fire rod. He's not going to prioritize that lamp um,
Yeah,
until
because...
he's in one of the more tedious dark places.
Oh boy. Oh, I saw that, Oro. I saw that. You rewatch this VOD later and you're going to enjoy that. For those of you who missed it, unlike me, because I happen to be watching closely, check Oro's timer, and we'll see if he does it again at some point.
I'm confused.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and call it out then. Oro is the person who pointed out that I have a tendency to clear my throat if I'm trying to just quick subject change. Speaking of quick subject changes, map check. 5 and 6 are Ice Palace and Swamp Palace. And Blue Pendant is Skull Woods. Anyway, back to that. But yeah, Oro is the one who initially pointed out that particular habit of mine. And we've kind of had a friendly antagonistic thing going on since. He pointed out that, hey, how am I supposed to troll you from chat if I'm racing while you're commentating? I said, hey, just throw up text on your stream at random times. And he just replaced his timer with text that said clears throat and then link face.
Oh goodness,
So,
I
yeah,
missed it. I'm gonna have to rewatch the VOD.
So yeah, well, you may not have to rewatch the VOD. He might just do it randomly at other points during the stream, like, say, crystals or cutscenes. Is TDG? Yep, he is. Harapot.
Doesn't really need to, but gonna do it anyway. Because why not?
Yep, swag Harapot. Why not?
Do it for the swag.
All right. Oop. Needs to watch his health, though. Oh, TDG takes a death. Luckily, not too far of a warp there. Oro gonna go grab the everything out of Paradox.
Yeah, literally, like, everything you could want.
Well, with the exception of the Moon Pearl, which we have not found yet.
True.
Speaking of spicy things, imagine if it's a vanilla Moon Pearl. which would
not too
which
bad.
would be which would be what TDG is about to grab.
2 required pendant dungeons. That's
Oh yeah, because Eastern was pendant too. I forgot that. All right, there's Oro's flute. All right, there is a red rupee. Bomb jump incoming.
nice setup.
Well done. Oop, almost. Well, 320 rupees. Although this is our green pendant. I was about to say, what is TDG doing? Because that's 2 items, but this is our green pendant, so I think TDG is just gonna go ahead, kill Trolldorm, just to have that green pendant in the back pocket.
Yeah, this is going to be some nice routing because I'm assuming we're going to see them probably activate that flute and then head over to the eastern area where he's going to get that powder from Saha, turn in the green pendant, and hopefully grab his hammer.
Yep.
Ooh, almost taking a fall to Moldorm.
All right.
And Moldorm is down for TDG.
Looks like we're also going to get a high five here shortly because Oro is probably about to enter Tower of Hera right as TDG will be leaving it. Not quite. All right. Okay, so there's that big key. Oro gonna go ahead and follow in TDG's footsteps here, I would assume, and just clear out Tower of Hera.
We're just going to go ahead right over to the Eastern Palace area. Don't blame him, but we'll need to activate that flute soon because we could have a moon pearl at Agina.
True.
If not, we're going to be climbing Aga Tower.
Oh, fun.
We do have an item left in Eastern, but unfortunately, that is on our Armos Knights, which we cannot get to without.
Yep. Chad also pointing out we do have logical access to the Mad Batter at this point. Oro misses the bomb jump and takes the fall there. Which honestly, that one probably feels worse than getting middle hold on Moldorm, because at least on getting middle hold on Moldorm is the game acting against you, whereas falling after failing that bomb jump is entirely on you.
That's fair. That's going to give TDG's death a little bit, negate that just a little bit, having that fall there.
So, not that this is going to happen, because there's really no reason for Oro not to defeat Moldorm at this point. But if Oro were to decide not to kill Moldorm after finding this 300 rupees, he could theoretically save a little bit of time because that green pendant was worthless. But yeah, there's really no point in Oro galaxy braining that this early in the seed. So he's gonna beat Moldorm and probably turn that green pendant in and be sad when he gets 20 bucks for it.
Yeah, I mean, Hera is such a quick palace to beat anyway when that big key is readily available. Coming this far and not killing Moldorm when you have Tempered Sword and the hammer is kind of silly.
Oh,
Oh
Moldorm
my.
just Dikembe Mutombo's Oro right off the platform.
That was fun. What did that mean?
Old NBA player who is famous for just absolutely blocking shots into the third row of seats, and then pointing at whoever he just blocked and wagging his finger and going, no, no, no.
That's amazing.
Yes.
You're gonna have to teach me that one.
All right. Oro receiving his green pendant, and again, probably going to be, well, no, he's already done Eastern and all of Saha, so I don't think he's gonna be heading back to Saha's closet anytime soon.
Oh, he didn't do Spiral Cave.
Correct. So you're right. All we really logically have left is Agina. And I think we do see Oro go activate his flute and do Agina before he thinks to go turn the green pendant back in.
Do you have that powder?
Oh yes, and collect the Mad Batter. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does turn out to be an Agassi to see Aro go ahead back to Zora and grab that lamp because
Yeah.
Agate Tower is just, ugh, it's such a pain. I mean, even with the fire rod, it's still a pain.
All right. So he is going to go activate that flute, and it looks like we're going to have synchronized here, pretty much, because Daddy Gamers is hot on Oro's heel. We're just going to quickly move past the fact that I just said the TDG's full name and then is hot, and then yeah, we're just gonna enjoy the Hyrulean national anthem here.
In sync at that.
Damn it. uh, at 30 minutes 15 seconds, the goose is loose, the duck is amok, the mallard is empowered, and Oro is a massive jerk.
I saw it that time.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss now that I've pointed it out, and he left it up for pretty much the entirety of the Hyrulean national anthem. Whew, okay. Lord of the Synth with the bird is the word. I might have to steal that. And by might, I mean definitely will. All right. There's the Moon Pearl!
Wow.
Wow. Wow is
We
definitely a
just
word for
saved
that.
Tango by the skin of our teeth.
Yep. So, just go into Escape, get your flippers, go to Zora, grab your lamp, go to Eastern, get the hammer out of the vanilla uh, big key chest. Don't forget to grab your powder from Saha's closet on the way, and you can turn all that into the Mad Batter for your Moon Pearl. Easy peasy.
Both runners gonna give us a look at Hype Cave.
Well, the location sometimes known as Hype Cave. Considering Paradox Cave was as loaded as it was, I think we're gonna be closer to a Gripe Cave. Also, TDG is like, nah.
Where is he going? No, you check Hype Cave, sir.
TDG is gonna grab that shovel while he's thinking about it.
That's a pretty good play. I mean, I probably would have done Hype Cave first, though.
True. Single arrow of destiny, fire shield, and heart piece. Meh. Chat pointing out mitts, bow, ice rod, and whatever medallions we need for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. We're pretty darn
Also
close.
need a bow.
I believe I said that.
Oh, you said bow. Hey, I was taking a drink. Oh, I like early Swamp Palace.
Hello.
I
Okay.
really like this play.
All right. So TDG, after retrieving that shovel, is going to go ahead and check what is pretty much a gripe cave. It's pretty much just 1.5 hearts and the single Aura of Destiny. And, well, Fire Shield, I
Although
suppose.
we are pretty low health right now, I don't necessarily think the shield and the hearts are a bad thing.
This is true.
Will we see TDG head into Swamp Palace
It
as well?
certainly looks like he's setting that up. He's going down that direction. Yep. Yep. There's the mirror. 50 rupees out of Swamp.
First item.
All right. Small key. Of course, I mean, duh. That small key is always going to be there because it's under a skull. All right. TDG gonna be about half a minute behind Oro here in going through Swamp Palace.
Logically, this Swamp Palace makes sense. I mean, the only other dungeon we can full clear is Thieves Town, and there's plenty of time for that. So, I mean, I definitely think this is a good play. Kind of
And it
getting
is one
things
of our
out of the way
5-6.
full clear. Yeah.
So get you halfway to another 2 checks, so might as well.
Plus, if you find mitts here, that's going to make routing Dark Cax so much nicer. Because you can just swing up, do K45, Stumpy, Dig, Blacksmith, everything. Oh my goodness, TTG taking a death.
Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. All right, looks like Oro is going to skip left side for now.
Don't blame him. I've kind of got accustomed to doing this as well, going straight to the back, because that big key always seems to find itself in the back anyway.
I believe we've seen 2 items so far, right? Because we saw the
Yes.
50 in the Bumble Wall and then heart piece or heart container on Compass Room.
Correct.
So yeah, the reason why I asked is because yeah, I definitely do back first at this point too, because you already know 2 of the six items here are gone. And there's our third with the blue mail. Although finding that map does tend to imply that there's going to be at least 1 item on left side swamp. There's number 4 with that another 50 rupees.
Nothing exciting though. We are going to get a 5/6 crystal, but I'm still holding out hope that we're going to find the Titans in here.
All right, so also of note, we have not seen that big key yet. So I hate you so much, Oro. I know you're gonna watch this back for my reaction. You're gonna hear it every single time.
I'm going to
Anyway.
miss so much because I'm going to be watching his timer every cutscene.
Oro makes quick work of the puffballs for Argus here. Fire rod strats, nicely
Very
done.
nice quick kill there at the end. Oh, and it's our compass. So we do have 2 items on the left side, one being our big key, and 2 items.
Yep. So we'll see if it happens to be a big key locked in its own chest, because that is logically possible with the randomizer, or finding one item and the big key and then having to trudge back to the chest. I will also give Oro props for being able to flip the switch on, trolling me while moving instead of just during cutscenes.
You got to appreciate commitment.
Yep. I'll appreciate it while hating it. I'm I really shouldn't have opened my mouth when I gave him that suggestion. But then again, I'm used to opening my mouth, suggesting dumb things, and having them happen. So,
Oh, I too have foot and mouth disease.
oh, interesting to note. TDG just doing left side swamp right out the get go. He did not go to the back of swamp. He's doing left side as a package deal. So, looks like he's gonna save a little bit of time over or having to come back in,
There's our big key.
which will probably just about even out that death he took.
So our last item is going to be in the big chest.
And TDG is going to get to it first. Actually, I just realized we're probably going to get me able to react to Oro in live because he will probably join us after this race is over.
I think so.
Anyway,
Oh,
just a
swamp
big
was
payout.
empty.
Yikes. So a big old red herring from the seed here.
That is, well, I mean, swamp was very obvious, so I'm not surprised that
Yeah. In the words of fabled Link to the Past randomizer, filk song artist Dr. Bobtastic, it's funny how Swamp Palace has the most items of all, but when you go full clear it is indeed garbage wall to wall.
Yep.
Although,
No,
to be fair, we did receive our blue mail, as chat just pointed out, so that's not necessarily garbage.
Of note, TDG did pick up that shovel, so it's going to be able to route an extra item into that Cave 45 Stumpy dig game.
Well, Oro still has the capability to go grab that shovel fairly easily, and basically, and I think he's doing it right now. So he'll be able to do that as well. I am kind of surprised to see him come at it from the south, but again, I suppose it is once you factor in the screen trend, I suppose it's just as quick.
Oh, that's true. It is a 5/6 as well. So there is the Pyramid Fairy that we can look forward to once we find our Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep. All right, so Oro now receives his shovel, and looks like he's going to tackle this from the Lost Woods portal.
Yeah, I think we're going to see TDG just head straight from Swamp here and go do Shovel K45 and Stumpy and Dig Game, whereas Oro's going to probably take a dip into, well, he can finish Skull Woods.
Yeah,
which would
but
be interesting
it's
because that's a pendant.
right. Oh, hmm. You have logical access and the ability to clear Thieves Town and a bunch of checks in dark overworld. At this point, I don't see the logic in going into Skull Woods like at all, much less clearing it. But this is why I'm commentating and not racing.
Stumpy with just a heart. What is in our chess game? Nothing.
All right, what's on our shovel? Also nothing.
Haven't really had too many great item checks here. We did have a nice paradox cave, but that's pretty much it for
Yeah.
these checks.
All right, 50 rupees in the brewery. Okay, that is a full heart container on Cave 45. And yeah, TDG gonna take that because we are still kind of low on hearts. He being actually is kind of being stingy with the health here. Arista pointing out that Village of Outcast Thieves is the slam dunk correct play here because if you do find Bow here, you can avoid a Palace of Darkness double dip. There's
Oh,
gonna
our
be our
first bottle.
Yep, beat me to that one.
You
Also nice
did.
because it was only 4 digs.
You can't hook shot on that pot.
You.
Has an anti-fairy in it. There's our.
Oh, I thought you were asking if you could do that. If you couldn't, I thought it was not working because he was too far up.
No, you can't hook shot on that anti-fairy pot for whatever reason.
All right, so we've got the mitts so far in Thieves.
There's our small key. This, of course, will be our big key.
Yep. Chat lamenting the fact that TG losing time a little bit here because he keeps saving and quitting instead of utilizing his flute and mirror to go places. Also lamenting the fact that he did not check Sick Kid.
Noticed, but then I saw the gloves and I lost my train of thought.
Yep.
Well, it looks like TGG is gonna check Skullwoods.
Speaking of noticing things, I was looking at the Twitch instead of the offsite. Whoops. I was like, how do you know he's checking Skull? He's not even in the Dark World yet. Oh wait.
I know all.
Nice early big key here, which means we are going to see this bomb jump. Totally worth.
Yeah, DG is getting really nice setups for these bomb jumps. This is really. There's our second item in Thieves Town, just a Cavalera.
Okay. We have not seen an item out of Skull Woods yet. Nice fairy RNG. All right. Small key in front. Is TDG going to make the play here? It looks like he's going to. It looks like he's actually going to proceed to the back and kill Mothula.
We may as well. You already committed
Yeah.
to. There's our map. So it looks like our last two items are going to be in the big chest and on blind here.
Yeah. I am kind of intrigued by this. I wonder if TDG is just assuming pedestal at this point already.
Be a safe assumption, I think.
Cane of Burna.
Ooh, there's our keenness.
I heard that S sound. I heard that S sound. You commentate with me way too much for your own good.
I know you did it last time, and now it's my.
All right, we'll see what Blind has for us today, both bad pun wise and item wise. Restreamer pointing out, yeah, this could very well be a pedestal play because once we find that bow, with that mirror, all we really have to do is just loop in killing Armos after clearing Palace of Darkness. It's not an imposition to get that third pendant, so if you're already that far deep into Skull Woods, you might as well.
Yeah, and there's still an item on Armos, so it's not like, you know, The items aren't going to be there.
I was not paying attention. Did TG check the chest in the front of the front of the back of Skullwoods, or did he just go straight to Moth?
He checked it. It was just a smucky.
Okay.
We have not seen any items here in Skullwoods yet.
All right.
Very nice moth fight.
And 10 arrows.
Ooh, for a first item.
We're kind of looking for the thing to shoot those arrows, Mothula, but we appreciate it. We're about to receive his bottle from Alec Baldwin here.
Yeah, I'm hoping TTG doesn't forget that he got that bottle and checks a kid. That's kind of an easy spot to miss and forget as well.
Well, one thing I was going to point out before I realized I was watching the wrong screen was that it is fairly easy to just loop Sick Kid in with your Village of Outcast checks with that mirror. So that might be what TDG is going to do.
Yeah, true. Gonna have to dig a little deeper in Skullwoods though if he wants that second item.
Meanwhile,
Looks like he's not gonna go for it.
Interesting. We've already seen leaving an item behind in Pinned Skullwoods burn both runners as recently as last night. So hopefully TDG doesn't fall victim to that.
Bumper Cave just having a red rupee. Let's take a look at our Hammer Pig Cave here. Do our Smith chain.
Hammer's gonna have our first bow. Yeah, I'm not sure what TDG is thinking, to be honest with you. To leave behind that second unknown item in Skull Woods.
Yeah, especially after investing the time into it. Those 3 checks aren't really that big of a time commitment. There's our Sick Kid check.
All right, and Sick Kid is going to have 20 bucks. So TDG just gets his recycling deposit back for that bottle, while still somehow keeping the bottle. Life hacks. All right, Oro leaving the purple chest for a second to get his 20 bucks, his recycling deposit back. Yeah, chat theory crafting why TDG might have left that item behind.
Oro.
Oh, great.
I do so hope this is going to be a thing from now on.
I mean, oh man. I was expecting it to like I said, be on like cutscenes and have it be like dynamic and change, but I think it might actually be better for it to be like him hitting a button on his stream deck while he's walking random places. Just say clears throat, link face.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Ironically, leaving that heart behind, he's still pretty low on health.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's only at 7 hearts. Hello. Well, 8 hearts now because Stumpy. But
Daddy Gamer's about to pick up his Titan mitt.
At least you studiously avoided saying anything that could be clipped out of context like I did. So congratulations for that.
Thank you. I'm trying to be very conscious of my words. What does our purple chest have? Just some bomb. The more overworld and dark world checks that we get in our item locations and seeing more and more that's nothing, it's kind of making me nervous about TDG leaving that item in Skullwoods after.
Oro gonna go ahead and take that Titan's mitt and all this fire and Oro, buddy. Maybe spend less time thinking about the next time you're going to hit that button on your stream deck and more time aiming.
This play is interesting for several reasons here.
I mean,
I don't know if I would have made this Ice Palace play before checking. He could check what medallions he needs before he commits to
well, here's the thing.
full clearing Ice Palace.
Here's the thing that I think pushes it over for me. This is a crystal, first of all. It's the other 5/6 crystal, second of all. So this is 3 items plus 2 for the waterfall or pyramid fairy check.
That's fair.
Whereas, well, I mean, technically Desert and Mire is 2 crystals and is the same amount of items. But
I mean, we
there's
don't
also
have any medallions at the. Oh no, we have bombos. We're at the H's bombos. That was the
waterfall
Fairy,
yeah, which
Oro hasn't gotten
gone
yet.
back. Yeah, has not gone back for yet. So there is a 66% chance that the medallion we need to access either of Turtle Rock or Mire are still out somewhere in the world. There's a 33% chance that it's Bombos for one of those, and TG is perfectly fine, whereas Oro needs to get his butt back to Waterfall.
Yeah, well, I think Oro's probably going to head there after this because he's going to be doing pod and what have you. And who wants to do pod without the lamp? Like, I get it. It's not that difficult. But if you don't have to, why would you?
Yeah, and he'll also be able to route Catfish in with doing Waterfall and Zora Ledge. So.
And Pyramid as well.
Yep.
Okay, I'm less confused by the Ice Palace play now. I still hate Ice Palace so much.
I don't think you're going to get much argument there from most people.
TDG grabbing his cane of Burna.
It has been 0 minutes since a commentator. Yeah, since a commentator screwed up that. Or wait, hold on. I screwed that joke up.
It's okay.
It has been 0 minutes since a commentator screwed up a joke. Flawless recovery.
Nailed it.
Got him. So TDG looks like he's on script. 4-0 continuing his way through.
Well. There's our first item, a bottle of green goo, which might come in here.
Yeah, it is going to be a cold stare fight with that fire rod, so definitely going to chew through some magic, getting through the hard outer shell to the fluffy marshmallow center that is cold stare.
Great, now I gotta eat a candy bar.
You're welcome, / I'm sorry. Mushroom is the second item in Ice Palace.
Like every fetch quest we could want.
Yep. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Cold Stare is a crocodile. Oh my god.
I prefer Little Debbie. She's amazing. And now I'm eating Three Musketeers because that's all that's left in my candy bag because I ate all the good candy.
I'm sorry, did you just shit talk Three Musketeers? Its relationship is over.
Yeah. When it's compared to Twix, what else was in here? Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, yeah, Three Musketeers.
Albeit,
can't even argue that. You know I'm right.
I mean, it's kind of like the worst of something amazing. I was trying to make a reference there and I lost it.
I'm still eating it. Oh, boots!
That's all 3 items in Ice Palace.
Yeah.
And Oro is going to proceed directly to Cold Stare. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 rupees.
Oh almost choked on my Three Musketeers. It would have served me right.
I will fight anybody on this Three Musketeers thing. Exactly 3 a.m. outside in the Denny's parking lot. Let's go. And if anybody just heard that sound, that's the train going completely off the rails. The caboose the engine exploding, and the track starting to melt. So anyway, Oro. Meanwhile,
I mean, do we
TDG
need
somehow
Ozzy
making the
Osbourne
ice.
references now?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Like,
Meanwhile,
we
TDG
needed
is
crazy.
yeah. TDG. While all that madness was happening, TDG is about halfway through Ice Palace.
Yeah, TJG is not wasting any time. He has had pretty good execution, a couple untimely deaths, but execution wise has been pretty on point and staying kind of head to head with Oro here.
Wow, Oro, 1 heart on that cold stare fight. Yikes. Where would we fight if we had an argument about the best parking lot to fight in?
Snack food and 90s pop trivia?
No, the question was where, not what.
Oh, where would we fight?
Parking garage to fight over parking lot. Oh, boy.
I mean, I'd like to fight in the parking lot of a restaurant just because I like food. So,
Hard same. Meanwhile, Meyer Shed check 10 arrows and a piece of heart.
yeah, I'm thinking they need to commit to palaces at this point. These overworld checks are not getting them anywhere. They need to just go hard on the.
Meanwhile, Oro, this is also a valid point. We assumed Oro was going to go do catfish into waterfall / picking up his lamp, then go into Palace of Darkness. Nah, he's just like, nah, I'm going to go check my area. My Iron Desert. Let's see here. Questions about what the Meyer medallion was. Somebody is saying they thought they saw Quake, but I was too busy being a meme lord about parking lots to get a good look myself.
I don't think he went close enough. I did not see it either.
Our ever valuable restreamer is going to check the tape. That is the small key on the torch.
Some boots were required.
Well, maybe, because we still haven't seen
Well,
the
maybe,
chest.
yeah.
Oh, yep, they were required. You ever have that moment where your brain tells you need to sneeze, so you stop what you're doing and go to sneeze, and then your brain goes, never mind? Yeah, that just happened. Because I muted my...
bombos for Meyer.
Oh, okay then. That's a problem for Oro, because that's in Waterfall, which doesn't look like he's going back for anytime soon. Mirror Shield in Big Chest of Escape, or Desert. Where did I get Escape from? Good lord.
And don't worry, I used the wrong push to talk button for a good 5 minutes so far in this stream.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I didn't say anything that would add value to the commentary anyways, so.
I mean, when the commentary has been 15% me complaining at Oro taking my advice to own me mercilessly, 15% memes, and maybe about 30% actual randomizer content. I mean, That's not exactly a high bar to clear.
I mean, are we Team Rocket because we're good at our job, or
Hmm.
or
Yeah. Or
we are the quirky comic relief?
damn it, Oro. uh, drunk,
You gotta love it.
drunk future self with the drunk future self with the Fort Minor lyric drop. Nice.
Desert, desert with crap.
Yeah, whole lot of nothing. And our runners are in lockstep at the moment because hey, look at where TDG is right now.
Yeah, been
That's
pretty linear so far. Do want to see them kind of make those checks over in pod.
yeah.
But I think Oro knowing that lamp is on the ledge, that he's gonna head there after this.
He kind of has to. He can't get into Meyer, which is what I was about to say until you took over with your own train of thought there. Not that I'm saying that's a bad thing, but
Sorry.
was TDG with that Bombos medallion is going to be able to go into, and at this point, no, he is not going to be able to full clear Meyer because he's not done hammer pegs. Well, I suppose he doesn't need the bow specifically for Vitreous. But yeah, he can full clear Meyer. So he's going to be able to do that, whereas Oro needs to go do Waterfall and
Oh,
Catfish, and oh no, looks like he's going to do
he's
Pod first.
not.
Yikes. Yeah, TDG and Sin, and yeah, as chat just pointed out to you, TDG cannot full clear Pod because he does not have that bow, which the one we're aware of is on hammer pegs. But there certainly could, there definitely is another one floating out there. Whether it's somewhere easy to access remains to be seen. Oh, Oro turning in that green pendant finally, and getting that 20 bucks.
I mean, I know it's a race and it's all about saving time, but knowing where the lamp is and how quick it is to get it and not getting it for a palace, it's like 75% dark room. That just seems irresponsible. Remember when we had that talk about not checking Lumberjack early?
Yep.
This is another one of those situations.
I just realized this is gonna be a test of Oro's darkroom knowledge because, like you just said, he has not gone back and gotten that lamp, and yet here he is going into Palace of Darkness, which has the dark U-shaped hallway, the dark maze. There's at least
Turtle room. Although you do have the fire rod, so it's slightly less gross. But even just doing the dark maze, I don't care how many times you do it, it still sucks.
yeah. Yeah, that's five checks that could be made easier by the application of the judicious application of fire, whether it's by torchlight or lamplight or fire rod light.
And we know that he needs to go in that direction anyway because
Yep,
that is Bombos, which makes it
as
even more
demonstrated.
frustrating.
Yep. Could it be by moonlight so we can have Sailor Moon reference? Absolutely not.
I unfortunately do not know many Sailor Moon references. I think I'm a bit too
Neither
old
do
for
I,
that.
but neither do I. But I also just, you know what? No, we're going to leave the cursed thought I just had in my head, and we're not going to say it out loud.
What is stopping you now? Why all of a sudden are you biting your tongue, good friend?
I'll tell you when you're older. Uh, oh no. Oh no. Oro, please save us and find progression in here. That's not progression. Okay.
God.
Yep. Right. Daddy Gamers gets a small key. Don't quite know if this is a God Mire yet. If it is, of course it's going to be because we're not in go mode yet.
Exactly. It always is when you're not in go mode.
Nope.
Yeah,
Crisis averted.
makes you feel a little bit better when it's not.
The lies we tell our kids. Yep.
I
And that's
specifically remember as a child making mental notes of movies that I needed to watch when I was older so I could understand why people were laughing at certain jokes.
nice.
Yeah, and I did too.
Palace of Darkness is not really having much of note here.
Neither is Meyer at this point. Although, does Meyer ever have anything good other than Samaria?
I mean, sometimes. I can't think of anything in recent memory, but, sometimes. Oro doing the Dark Maze here, and again, at this point, just gotta wonder why he is not going to grab that lamp, because he knows where it is.
Ace Ventura Pet Detective was one of them that I had to make a mental note for
Mm-hmm.
to rewatch when I was older. And there was an episode of Bobby's World. It was a cartoon that I had to mental note as well. And I do understand both references that I didn't understand then now.
Yeah. There's there's a lot of things that like get slipped in for parents in in kids movies and shows that then when you're old enough to be on that side of the fence, you're just like, that aired? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about the Bobby's World thing now, and I'm like,
Rocko's Modern Life, Animaniacs, yeah.
oh my, yes, Rocco. Mm, yep. So did Rugrats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people can do dark rooms. That wasn't the thing. However, knowing where the lamp is and knowing you could get it, it makes it easier to do these rooms. And he needs to go there to get Bombos anyway. So, I mean, he's just shooting himself in the foot.
Or or Cool Papa Bell talking about the fingerprints joke from Animaniacs. There's also the them doing the space song, and then Wacko making a Uranus joke, and Yakko going, "Good night, everybody." Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Nice. Well, the episode of Bobby's World, he was in a submarine and uh, it was an octopus that was like his sister. And his uncle goes, "Watch out for her tentacles." And Bobby said, "I thought only little boys had tentacles." And I didn't understand it, but my mom laughed really hard and I didn't get it. I was much older.
Oh boy, spicy.
Yeah.
Speaking of spicy, that was a pretty nice series of kills there from Oro.
Yeah, taking care of that turtle room. It is nice to at least have the fire rod.
All right. Just kind of hammering his way through the last hallway and going in to face Helmasar King. 17 whacks with that hammer and a few good pokes with that tempered sword is going to do Helmasar King in.
Yeah, that early tempered sword, man, you just really can't complain having
Yeah.
that for your boss fights.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Literally all of them.
Yeah. And Burna plus half magic plus bottle.
Ice rod.
Okay then. We do not know what's on pedestal yet. Although with the finding of that ice rod, it may or may not matter, because the only thing that could be on pedestal that is relevant to our interests now would be Ether or Quake, and that's if Turtle Rock needs one of those two.
TDG is cheesing the Meyer fight here. Don't blame him. Viddy sucks. And Viddy is down.
All right, big 20 for downing Vitreous. Little piece of love for turning in your shrooms to the witch. Oro evacuates a fairy in favor of a blue potion. Interesting. And fluting. Oh, Oro, please. Is Oro seriously gonna go check Turtle Rock right now? Is that seriously what he's... I mean, he does have all of the Dark Death Mountain checks to do too, I suppose, but
33% sure we're in 50% go mode. I like that.
60% of the time, it works all of the time. That doesn't even make sense. Brick killed a guy with a trident. I've been meaning to talk to him about that. He's probably wanted for murder. He should probably go.
What just happened?
I decided to quote Anchorman and then quote Anchorman again. You know, as you do on a professional Link to the Past randomized broadcast, brought to you by the Go Mode. And
They
now we're
actually
going...
let us do this. It's crazy.
And now we're just going to seamlessly go into a series of plugs for the Go Mode podcast. If you're enjoying the action here on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow, maybe drop some bits, maybe some Twitch Prime subs. If you want to extend that to the podcast, you can go to the the Discord that's our tracker helpfully just linked the command for, or you can check out the podcast at gomodepodcast.com or your podcast distribution method of choice. You can certainly follow our runners. That was certainly something on King's Tomb that I wasn't paying attention to.
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
Let's see here. Or you can follow our commentators and our tracker and our restreamer. Especially our restreamer, who has to put up with this garbage on a regular basis.
Yeah, it didn't say, didn't cancel the restream when he saw that it was you and I that were going to be commentating. Oh, it's
Yep.
Bombos for Turtle Rock too. And there's
no.
Ether and Bonkrox.
All right, Oro, you need to march your backside and go to that waterfall fairy.
Yeah, Aura's definitely going to do Spike Cave before going anywhere else.
Oh, spicy. Amarith is stepping up. He's gonna gift us a subscription to the channel to the winner of our Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game.
Very nice.
So prepare your guesses for that later on. All right, Spike Cave, big 20. About 19 times less insulting than the most insulting thing that can be on there, but still pretty insulting. And honestly, at this point, Oro is going to run out of places he can go. But
yeah, oh, he's going to Skullwoods.
Oh dear. So we are in no mode at this point. TDG will need to pick up his ice rod off of Helmistar King at some point. Oro will need to go grab his Bombos off of Waterfall, and preferably his lamp, although he has demonstrated a firm mastery of dark rooms at this point.
Oh, so TheDaddyGamers still has not done hammer picks.
That's a good point. Uh,
Whoa!
oh, TDG! TDG
Oh my.
tried to score swag points by doing a hook speed and then doing the peg super fast, but kind of missed one there, buddy. Oro Oro checking lumberjack, by the way.
Okay, this might be the play we need him to
Yeah.
do. I think he's gonna go ahead and do these checks back here.
Nope, he's
Like,
walking. Never mind.
oh,
He
yeah,
started
okay.
walking left,
He's
and I was
gonna
like, no, he's
do
going back to Skull Woods.
he's gonna do bonk, graveyard, kings, catfish, waterfall. I see it. It's gonna
Speaking of things that are seen, thanks, Oro. I appreciate it.
happen. I have not noticed you clear your throat
I've been
more than twice.
actively trying to avoid it ever since Oro pointed it out to me. And when I do catch myself doing it, I'll usually point it out specifically to start training myself not to do it.
I think it's adorable.
But yeah.
I grab my ponytail when I'm like trying to change subjects, which you guys can't see, but you could probably hear when I turn my head to do it. That's my tick.
Yeah. But yeah, no, ever since Oro pointed it out, I've been very self-conscious about it and very trying to correct that behavior. But old habits die hard. Oh, great. Now Tridex is getting in on it. Ah!
It's only because we love you, Wes.
Wes is all the way down. Oh, no. Emirates? I can't work in these conditions. I'm going to my trailer. I definitely have. It's not at all a figment of my imagination.
You just got hit by that bomb. Like, just randomly. That,
Oh.
what is it, the Hinox? You're just like, no.
Oh,
You
TDG.
shall not.
TDG. This could be an issue. TDG is doing the Ice Rodless TR here. So, unless he finds the second bow in here, as chat points out, he's gonna be having some problems.
Catfish with just some bomb.
And Oro about to finally receive his Bombos medallion and be in go mode himself.
The bow was on hammer pegs.
Yep. Well, Sinan brings up a good point. TDG's in trouble no matter what, because Oro is in go mode at 1 hour 21 minutes and 37 seconds. He is going to just go ahead and continue showing off his darkroom knowledge here. He's also going to continue showing off that he wants to troll me at every available opportunity.
He also needs to be careful. He does have 3 bottles. He's going to need to fill them up without that. Does have half magic, but he is going to have to use Fire Rod for his Ganon fight if he doesn't find, those silvers. That could be a problem if he doesn't fill up those bottles.
Right.
Which is why it's irresponsible not to pick up the lamp when you know where it is. Safeties.
All right. So
I just
Oro
need to be salty Arusta because I just feel like it's irresponsible.
Lamp is sitting on Zora Ledge.
And Oro has known about it since 10 minutes in.
Yep. And had access to it since about 15 to 20 minutes in.
But isn't getting it to spite me.
By the way, Drunk Future Self, thank you for the 3 bits with the PJ Salt emote right now, because that's relevant. And you dropped a couple 100 bits earlier when I was talking about supporting the Go Mode podcast. So thank you. We do appreciate that, even if it takes us a while to call it out on stream because we're too busy memeing about every other thing on the surface of the planet.
Oh, yeah, I am
Um,
so sorry I missed that as well. Thank you so much for your contributions. It is greatly appreciated. The Go Mode podcast is really dedicated to bringing as many of these games to life for chat as they can. So they definitely go above and beyond to put on some fantastic shows for you guys. So be sure to show them so much love.
what she said. Oro getting that big key and is now going to be heading back to Vitreous as, again, he's in go mode. Really has no reason to check anything else out here. Well, no. Hey, any sort of support should be called out. Whether it's bits or subs or we don't see follows, but if we see support, it's cool to shout it out. It's kind of part of the whole Twitch ecosystem. All right, so while we've been talking here, nothing really of note in Turtle Rock so far for TDG. So we'll keep an eye on that as it develops. He does have one small key here already, so probably potential for a few more items here.
And 2 guesses on which of your commentators forgot which push to talk button they were using again, and just spent 2 minutes wondering why Wes was ignoring her.
Nice. Yeah. It was. By the way, it was totally me. All right. TDG making his way through the dark platform maze. Turtle Rock. While Oro continues his way through the dark rooms in Misery Mire. Laser Bridge. Good use of the mirror shield for the lasers here.
Wes could have very easily just been ignoring me. Roosta.
Yeah, I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny this allegation. I will not be taking further questions from the press at this time. This press conference is over. Red Meringue and some Rage Slashes for TDG, and in the last chest with Laser Bridge. There we go. I'm gonna be taking that safety exit and leaving. I vote for Jinxie. All right. Oro just going at it without the aid of the Cane of Berna here to soak up that poison floor damage. Interesting. Oh, there it is.
Better late than never, Oro.
All right. And then he's just gonna unload 8 arrows into the big guy himself, and that's Vitreous down for Oro.
What if our second bow is in Skullwoods?
Oof. Yeah, TDG needs to. TDG hasn't done Smith's Roop at all.
Yeah,
So
no.
he needs to do that. He's also going to do the big bomb check, which I do not believe we saw Oro do, which is interesting because he cleared both 5/6s relatively early in this seed.
I'm not terribly upset that I'm going to pretty much know where everything was in the game, because other than Bombo's Ether Tablet and Pedestal, we will have all our checks in.
Yeah. Imagine a bow just chilling on Pyramid. Lol. Oh, that's right. We never saw the Pyramid ledge.
Nope.
Oh, we're about to now. And that's the Book of Medora.
Oh
Oh
no!
no! Oh no! Oh no! That's bad. That is exactly what you don't want to see if you're TDG or anybody, any fan of his at this moment, because this is a win or go home game 3 to advance to the round of 32 of the Challenge Cup tournament here, and TDG is already behind and about to be even more behind if he follows that book.
He really needed that to be the second bow because that book is just going to take him on. Oh my.
Yep. And Oro gonna continue pointedly avoiding getting that lamp. Yeah, TDG has not done Smith's Chain, and that is probably going to be his undoing, because that's where our bow is. Amarith lamenting the fact that he used up his one god call on the bow the other night, the second bow during Lumaga's race the other night.
Oh, that was the craziest race. Oh my gosh.
No, not really. Drunk Feature Self. The bow was on hammer pegs, and Jeremiah just gave us 100 rupees.
Yeah, we didn't get anything from the Smith purple chest or Stumpy. I don't know why I added Stumpy into that group. But yeah, it's just chilling right there. Mm.
Oh, hey, remember way back when TTG didn't have the money to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember when I said it might end up costing him time if he goes back to check it?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's to rub salt further into the gushing wound that is TTG being so far behind. That was 10 arrows. Because, that's exactly what you want to see when you're looking for the bow to shoot them with this late into a seed. And chat also pointing out that ruins TDG's portal, and he's going to have to redo all of Turtle Rock at this point.
He would have had to anyway because he's gonna have to go to Pod.
Oh, yeah. Oro taking a death in the Chain Chomp room with no fairy. Huh. Remember when Oro released a fairy to buy a blue earlier? Remember when I pointed that out?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And left all those hearts, the full ones.
Huh.
Safeties.
Yeah. Less time trolling the commentator from 15 minutes in the past and more time grabbing safeties. How about that next time? I'm not bitter at all. What makes you say that? I actually am.
Poor TG. Gonna. It's so hard to say his name for me. I don't know why it's like a mental block. Is going to have to turn in that Smith before he can head over to Pod, which is where he needs to go.
Sorry.
More salt for the comms. Thank you so much for the bit, Strength Future Self. It is our salt that brings the stream to life.
Oh man. All right. So luckily he is gonna turn Jeremiah back into a real dwarf and get that 100 rupees before he goes over to Palace of Darkness. But honestly, at this point, Oro's just going to probably be able to take one extended victory lap because he's just got Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower to go, whereas TDG, I mean, to be fair, he is going to be able to go mode Palace of Darkness, but
Well,
he is
no,
going.
because Ice Rod is on Helmasaur. So if
Oh
he
yeah,
goes
he's still
straight to
looking
the
for Ice
back,
Rod.
then he'll be good. If
Yeah.
he decides to do the checks, although that is pretty much the strat you see anymore in the tournaments, is going straight to the back, beating Helmasaur, and then going and clearing Pod if you have to. So hopefully he does that. because then it could be a pretty decently close race. I mean, Aura will still be ahead,
Mhm.
but not by much.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here, but all right.
Aura doing a nice job in this dark room.
Yeah, I mean, once you've got the timing down, it is as somebody pointed out earlier, technically on rails. So, oh, oh, this is spicy. So not taking the safety. Granted, for I think that's 10 hearts, blue mail, half magic, tempered, and at
Yeah,
least
it
one
should be
blue
okay.
bottle. Yeah, should be fine, but we've already seen him lose track of his health and die once, so anything can happen. And normally I don't want to commentators curse like that, but I think this one time I'll make an exception and not feel too bad if the curse strikes. Doesn't look like it's going to, because it looks like Oro has this firmly under control. All right, Trinex is exploding. So our restreamer is. Oh nope, the shell is exploding. I cannot believe I forgot about the third phase of Trinex. Okay then, now Trinex is exploding. So our restreamer is going to be starting the Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game here shortly. Enter in a guess from 1 to 22, which coincidentally corresponds to the 22 locations in Ganon's Tower where that big key can be. And if you are today's winner, not only do you score some points on the leaderboard that Sarasalabot is oh so robotically keeping for us, and not only do you get that lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomized seeds that I'm oh so fond of talking about, but you will also receive a subscription to the Go Mode Podcast Twitch channel, courtesy of our restreamer. Waiting on the evil person calling out Tile Room. I mean, Math Girl isn't here to do that herself, so I'm gonna, you know what? Fine, I'll go ahead and channel her spirit and say 22.
Evil. Oh, TDG not going straight to the back, unfortunately.
Oh boy. All right, so Oro.
Oh, no. I was thinking when you typed your number and I hit enter just seconds after you.
Oro gonna go ahead and go full left here. So
Probably a dark magician play, I
yep.
think.
So
This feels dark
yep.
magician-y.
Item 1 will be what was on Bob's torch, which was just that singular green rupee. Also, Bob lives, hooray. Item 2, there's our silvers in chest number 3, chest number 4, and chest number 5, passing without too much comment because it's just a couple of small keys and not much else. And indeed, we are seeing the Dark Magician strat here. Oh, chat pointing out TGG couldn't go straight to the back because he needs to find that big key. Quake Medallion in Hope Room. So that was 6 and 7 there, I believe, because Torch was 1, Map Room was 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7 from the Hope Room. Alright, nicely done. Getting the torch puzzle in the right side of Gan's Tower. For Oro.
I wouldn't think he's gonna do full right. Drunk future self will probably grab the key and then mirror back and finish the left side. I mean, I don't know. Good. I am a big fan of full right, but not many others are.
8, 9, 10, and 11 is nothing yet. Oh, and now TDG just getting trolled by the Mimic Room here.
Yeah, how's that mirror shield? He wouldn't have gotten hit. He could have just stood there and taken those fireballs to the face. It wouldn't have hurt him.
Oof, that's a good point. That is a very good point. All right, so chest number 12 here. Ooh, almost fell into that pit there. Nice boomerang strats.
Very nice swag strats there.
Don't mind me, I'm having existential crisis because I think I'm like, do I have the count correct? I think this is chest number 13.
It is. You're good.
Okay. Chest number 13 has our butter sword. The Gan's Tower of Luxury items today, apparently.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, 14, 15, 16, and 17 coming up here in the randomizer room, which is so named because, I mean, if you go into this room in something other than a randomizer, you're probably going to get a few odd looks if you're doing it on stream. 13.
Oh no.
4 checks left. And we still don't have that big key. Somewhere in Florida, Math Girl just felt the hairs on the back of her neck stand up.
There is go mode for TDG. Just has to go finish off next, and we'll be taking that dip into Ganon's Tower.
Yep, and yeah, unfortunately for him, going to have to do the entirety of the dungeon over.
Math Girl looks over his shoulder and whispers "tile room" into the air.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it, Oro. Alright. Alright, Ice Armos fight gonna go particularly well because of the silver arrows here. Checks number 18, 19, 20, and 21 coming up here. It's in the tile
Oh my
room!
gosh, you won! You evil, evil person.
Well, we've got a bit of a problem because I already have a subscription to the Go Mode podcast here on Twitch. So either Amaranth saves $5 or it goes to the next closest person, which looks like it was Effluent and Evanescence with a 15.
Oh, that's a fun name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say give it to second place, which looks like it's Effervescent or Effluent, Effervescent, Evanescence. You know what? Just call me when I'm sober on that one, because I kind of feel the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Oh, Arusta picked 17.
Oh, I did not see that. So yeah, next closest would be Arista. Where is Arista at? Oh yeah, he was. Oh, I didn't see it because he was right underneath Saha's paragraph of explanation. Oh yeah, we should probably hit the key command. But what if it's in the big chest and we can't finish Link Face? I mean, true.
TDG could feel behind having that bow over in Hammer Pegs and could just make that gamble right for the tile room.
True.
I mean, it's so rare to see it, but it could happen.
Yeah, but that's probably still not going to be enough time at this point.
No, it would take some major errors from Oro. Especially with Gold Sword, which isn't going to help that much, but those silvers will.
Yeah. mean, you never know. He could be reaching over to try and swag troll me while killing Ganon and get telefragged.
That happened on several races that you and I have commentated together.
Amarith going ahead and gifting that sub to the second place finisher in today's GT Big Key guessing game. I guess I should do the spiel. I have won a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomized seeds. I can redeem that by going to link to the altgbr.com. And I should probably consult the doctor if my standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours. Although it may just be me being very, very bad at the game still. I've also won that lifetime subscription to the Go Mode podcast, available at gomodepodcast.com or your my podcast distribution center of choice. That would be a thing if I also didn't already have that going. So. All right. Oro, while I was doing that gag, just annihilates Land List 2.
Yeah, that was a beautiful boss fight there.
Good Wizrobe 1 room there. And pretty decent Wizrobe 2 Wizrobe 2 there as well.
Still no lamp for this room.
Yeah. I mean, granted, that doesn't really affect too much on this room as much as it does Ganon. Because I feel like Fire Rod is a bit harder to hit the torch glitch with, but maybe that's just me.
I agree.
Interesting, not going for that particular magic refill, but then again, half magic should be able to get this easily. Yep. Can just ignore this room entirely because we've got keys on keys on keys.
As well as 4 bottles, gold sword, silvers,
Yep.
blue mail, fire shield, or mirror shield. We really don't need much of anything else.
All right, there's that magic refill there. I was just more concerned for being able to complete the torch puzzle there, but he managed to get it done with that half magic. Kind of surprised we did not see a troll while he was waiting for Moldorm's final possession to come up.
He's slipping.
Yep. Could get an arrow refill?
There it was! I saw it.
No. Alright, so Oro participating in the Geometry Wars. That was at the very least a double. Might have been a triple. We don't have his audio, so we're not sure. That's a double. And this is going to be a pretty free double, unless the real Aga throws blue balls. One more hit should do it here, regardless. Yep, there it is. 3, 2, 1, 1. You do know exactly what I'm going to do the second he enters the call, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Glad we're on the same page. Cool.
I would be very disappointed if you didn't.
All right, glad we're on the same page on that one. Of course, with the way the timing works out, he's probably already listening to the sound of my voice. So, whoops. Phase 1, gonna be done here pretty quick. TG, unfortunately, did not make the immediate dash to the tile room. So he is gonna be not happy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Granted, he's already not gonna be happy because even if he had gone straight to tile room, he's still probably DOA because Oro now 3/4 of the way through phase number 3 we're gonna probably see Ganon. Yep. Oh no, silver, my one true weakness. All right.
Ooh, very nice
Ooh,
setup for
ooh,
Ganon here.
ooh, that was a double and very close to falling off. Oh,
Oh!
Oro, buddy, buddy. Oof.
That setup was so
That's a big
nice. It
oof.
should have been a triple anyway, but just if you move slightly when that fire bat is coming at you, it will check you clean off. If you just stand still and don't move, with,
I
like saying don't duck when something flies at your face,
Yeah.
it won't knock you off.
Yeah. So at least that didn't like shake his confidence badly enough to not get in another hit of the stream deck there. So I'm glad he's feeling loose and confident after a Ganon fall still. An hour and 49 minutes into a bog standard open 7-7 defeat Ganon. I feel like I do need to clarify. I'm not actually mad at Oro. This is just all good-natured fun.
I've had Ganon knock me into the pit and then kill me with a bat at the same time before.
Yep, I've had that happen to myself as well.
Yeah, it's magical.
That that sort of thing usually results in a forfeit for me. Nice triple and an even nicer kill. Oro just gonna have to avoid the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule. I hope he doesn't, but otherwise, get your GGs out in chat for Oro, who finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 21 seconds. He also improved his personal best in this series by 9 minutes and 45 seconds, because apparently they've been using the same goal for it each time.
Very cool.
All right. Oh wait, we're being joined in chat by somebody. Oh, let me see who it is. Oh hey. Sorry, I don't know quite what happened there.
You know, I've been listening for the last 15 minutes, and you've been wishing so many terrible things that ended up happening to me, including Tile Room and a Phase 4 Ganon fall. So I feel like we're even.
Agreed. Virtual handshakes all around. Regardless, GG's to you on this race. Yeah, you kind of gave us a bit of a scare there by leaving that lamp for so long. I think that's kind of the first thing we'll discuss here is you just kind of saw that lamp and then just decided, you know what, who needs it?
Yep, I was pretty much just like, well, I'm never getting that unless maybe it's Sanaga Seed.
Which it almost was too. This thing, what is Daddy Gamers doing? Is he oh,
Is he drawing?
yeah, he's drawing something.
Oh, is he writing GG?
Uh
No?
Or TL?
Yeah, so I was trying to do a GL for good luck
oh,
at that brick, and my shovel wasn't digging where I wanted it. So you have a backwards G and then a capital L.
Okay.
nice. Okay. Well, for a second I
Alright.
thought you were drawing an R to troll me for the Team Rocket thing, and then I realized that would be more Oro's territory than it would you.
Yeah.
Welcome TDG on into the call. As updated on the stream, he has decided to forfeit here. Yeah, that's just kind of unfortunate there that you just missed that bow for so long.
Yeah, the whole early game I kept trying to follow the item logic and just doing things that the whole time probably didn't make sense to the viewers and going to, you know, Death Mountain and it was like, oh, I got a fire sword. Oh, I got the mirror. Oh, I can do this much. Oh, now I can do Tower of Hera. It's a green pendant. Should I dip it? Nope. Shouldn't have done that.
Well, funny thing about that is Oro did much of the same stuff you did at about the same time you did for most of the first part of the race.
uh, well, I'm glad he deviated before I did. Um,
I did almost right after Thieves Town. Instead of finishing up the overworld checks there, I almost thought about going to Ice Palace.
yeah, so what did I do when I got Dark World access? I think we both did Swamp early, right?
Right.
You said you did it early. Yeah, full cleared that for nothing, and I'm like, okay, why did we get the flippers early? Like we got nothing out of the light world, nothing out of the dark world. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, you get the lamp, which gets you access to the mountain, which gave you mirror and flute,
Yeah,
and
that's
powder.
true.
And powder gave you
The
moon
moon.
pearl.
Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, that was awful. And I got Dark World. I'm like, all right, I got to try and take a Galaxy Brain play. So I'm like, we got the Fire Rod really early, and there was nothing in that, Dark Cross room. Maybe there's something in Skull Woods. It's dependent. That's a Galaxy Brain play, and did that. Nope. And then as soon as I saw Titan's Myths in Thieves Town, I was like, well, this is awful because if you did Thieves Town and Titan's Myths, I'm like, well, there's the entire nice route for the bow. That's a great route there. And I just and then the whole time I'm like, how do I make up time? How do I make up time? Yeah, I'll gamble TR. Maybe the ice rod's in there. We've got what was it? We've got the mirror shield. Maybe there's something in Laser Bridge Cave. Nope. And then I'm just doing then I'm doing pod hoping, hey, I hope I don't find ice rod here. I hope it's going to be an ice rod hunt. Oh, I haven't found it yet. This is good. And then it fell on Helmsor King.
Yeah, I got the ice rod pretty early because once I got the bow, I kind of went into dungeon clearing mode. So my go mode item was finding bombos, and I almost last locationed it because I checked Zora before I had flippers, so I completely isolated waterfall, and I was just like avoiding that area because I like knew that like you probably went back to get the lamp early and got whatever was in waterfall cave. So I was kind of feeling okay, if it's in waterfall cave, I've lost, so I'm just gonna check everything else.
Yep, that's Rando for you.
Yeah, it was actually a fairly kind of back and forth race until Oro found that bow and started pressing the advantage it gave him. Because yeah, you had the advantage of that lamp and the bombos there, so you were I would say you were in the lead for a bit, and then Oro just found that bow and pressed the advantage, and that was just basically the beginning of the end. Uh,
Sounds
chat
about
chat
right.
did bring up a point. Whoop, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it sounds about right, but what did chat bring up?
Chat did bring up how terrified were you when you saw that Book of Medora on Pyramid Ledge?
Oh my gosh, I was like, if when I saw that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if Bow or Ice Rod is on Bombo's tab or not Bombo's tablet, Ether tablet, it like, like the fact that it could have been so close, like it could have been right there. I also thought about Spike Cave, like I almost dipped Spike Cave, but then I would have had to go up Death Mountain again because I would have had to drop down. I'm like, it's only one check, and then I saw the book and I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I just kept gambling. I was just like, well, let's just rule those out. Like, um, it was more the biggest like heart sink was when I saw Titans Mitts in Thieves Town. Like after doing Swamp, full clearing Swamp, which apparently didn't hurt me, but after full clearing Skull Woods.
And it sounds like we both just kind of got in our own heads in similar ways.
Yeah. Um, you say full cleared Skull Woods, but we're fairly confident you left an item behind in Skull Woods.
I left a chest behind, but I think it was just a small key because there was one item in the front and one item in the back. I thought
Hmm.
it was arrows on Mothula and trying to think what I found in the front. I found something to the right of Big Key Chest.
Hmm.
I'll have to go back and check the video. Maybe I miscounted. It's possible I left an item, but
Yeah.
my biggest thought was we had the fire rod early, like sphere 1, and it didn't lead to anything. So I thought, all right, pendant Skull Woods, back of Skull Woods, and there was nothing back there. And I thought, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah. Well, I think that about covers it. GG's to both of you. Unfortunately, that is the end of your Challenge Cup for this year, TDG, but well played series. I've commentated on several of your races now, and you've always fought hard. Oro is going to advance to the round of 32 and take on Adirondack Rick, which I probably just butchered, but oh well. So good luck to you on that series,
Yep.
Oro.
Good luck, Or. I'll be rooting for you, man.
Thank you. I will try to do you proud.
All right.
Yeah, GG guys, thanks so much for agreeing to let us restream you. It was a fantastic race. It was so much fun, and you guys are great to chat with after, so we definitely appreciate it.
All right. So our tracker has already dropped a couple of the links. If you enjoyed the action, be sure to follow the runners because they were mostly responsible for that action. Follow us here on the commentary team. Follow our tracker Slowpoke316 and our ever hardworking restreamer Amarith. For he has been just knocking out the streams as much as possible over the course of this Challenge Cup. If you enjoyed the platform, please do give the podcast a listen over at thegomodepodcast.com or your podcast distribution method of choice. There's also the Discord, where we do fun things like take pot shots at each other, and also there's the occasional bi-weekly seed, which usually is a pretty good opportunity to learn new things about randomizer. Like, for instance, this bi-weekly seed is supposed to be a entry level swordless seed, but well, you'll see.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't believe him.
Don't believe Ondor's lies. Wait, wrong series. Anyway, my name is Westside Vandal. I've been here alongside Jinxie Girl. Thank you for watching, and have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever it is, wherever you are.